Oh, there it is.
Yep. Yeah, what do we know? Listen, we got the little mics today.
Yes, we're good.
Didn't forget those. That was comical last week. Yeah, we're all on, ready to go. Man, like we're pros. There it is. Holy smokes. Show number 22. I am one of your co-hosts, Dan Doodoo Savage.
I'm Mike Christopherly Foo.
How about that? The Doodoo and Foo Show and episode 22.
22.
So now I believe that you're the expert in numbers because 22, I feel like there's some pretty good ones.
Oh, yeah, there's, how about Elgin Baylor?
Elgin Baylor. Yeah,
Elgin Baylor. We don't, yes. Jim Palmer, right?
Jim Palmer, okay.
Emmett Smith.
Emmett Smith. That's one sports people should know. I should know that.
Even Clyde Drexler.
Clyde the Glide.
I know this because these are my guys on my teams like Mike Bossy and Dave DeBuscher. I mean,
Dave
Hall of
DeBuscher.
Famers. All Hall of Famers we mentioned.
Yeah.
But,
I don't remember Bossy.
Yeah, for the Islanders, yeah.
For the
Mike
Islanders.
Bossy,
There you go.
yeah.
NHL.
Yeah.
If it's not named Bobby Orr, Ray Bork, or
Yeah, I know, right?
a Bruin
Yeah.
and Wayne Gretzky, I probably don't know him. Yeah, 22 weeks, and you just said you might grow out the Foo Man for the 6-month episode.
For one day.
Mine is so white, like my hair. Like right now, if I grew my hair out, because I have hair, I tell the basketball players all the time, I'm like, "Are you bald?" I'm like, "No, I have hair. I can grow it out." But I look like Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Like it's just straight white. My face now is all white. Easy for me to grow out. Not terribly difficult, but I'll get back to you on that. Is that next week, 6-month mark? No.
That'd be show. Oh no, that'd be show 23.
Yeah.
Huh? No, show 24 would be a 6-month mark. I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
that's my fault. Yeah.
48. I'm 48. No,
Right.
no. 52. 52 weeks, right?
52. Oh
In a
yeah, it would
year.
be 24. Yeah, I'm thinking. You know what I was doing?
26.
I was going 6 times 4 is what I was doing.
Man,
4
you're
weeks.
speeding
6
things
right.
up here. I'm trying to
I
slow
know.
them down.
Yeah,
Here we
I
go.
know, you're busy. I know.
No.
know,
Yeah, we got some
you're
stuff.
cooking.
We got some stuff cooking here now.
Yeah.
I got to get to this.
Yeah.
Got a flag from the Las Vegas Aces.
Oh, nice.
And we got a Kelsey Plum bobblehead.
Hey, there you go.
Mona. Bo and Mona.
Oh, yeah.
Mona,
Yeah.
I got to tell you in a second what she does, but she was at an Aces game.
Yep.
And was and came over and gave me this the other day. So thank you, Bo and Mona, for the gifts.
Oh, that's
of
cool.
course, it's pretty appropriate that Kelsey Plum has committed to helping out our team, and her new shoes dropped yesterday.
Oh,
so she
nice.
has a new shoe.
Right, yeah.
So it's kind of glad that things kind of happening timing wise the way they are because, and I just sent her all the new sizes. Hopefully we get the brand new shoe, but whatever ones we get would be phenomenal. Excited to connect with her. They're a little busy still, you know. She went from WNBA to Olympics to back to WNBA. They played last night. Had a little bit of a rough patch last night, but we're still big fans either way. And here we go.
Awesome.
Let's unveil. Break it now.
Awesome.
Break it. There we go. Whoa! Hey,
Nice catch.
Kelsey.
There we go.
She's got the little bun on top,
The
number
bun
10.
on top.
Jeez, she's
Fit right there.
She's hanging with the
Yeah,
show
there you-
today. Kelsey Plum.
Yeah, perfect.
In the house. We'll find a spot up here on the
Yeah.
wall for this. It's funny, you know, I was looking at some of the stuff. The old set had this up there, and on camera you can't see what it is, but it is the Las Vegas Aces shirt, towel. And the reason I liked it is because it's our Las Vegas, our CSM blue.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got Aces. We got plenty of Aces stuff. I got some Aces stuff over there. I got a WNBA ball right here. But thank you, Mona. So Mona
Yes.
is, she's the cheer coach here.
Yep.
Cheer coach, private stuff, public school. She was over at Bonanza when I was there. And Mona is on, I can't remember the name of it, is on the dance team for the Aces that performs during the show. They have, I'm not going to say the age, but it's an over number
Gotcha.
of women, older women, I'm going to get myself in trouble here.
Older than what you normally going to find on those teams.
Older than the players.
Yes, there you go.
How about that?
Yeah.
And they are called, what are they called, Mona? They're called the Ace of Spades or something like that. Something, but it's that dance team. So she's still dancing and performing.
Good for her, man.
And so she was at the game and snatched that up. and was thoughtful enough to drop it off for me. And it's going to live here now on our set. I don't know. What do you think, Kelsey Plum? Is that a good spot? On the Doo-Doo and Foo show, and Doo-Doo, Foo, and Plum Dog.
There you go.
How about that? So yeah, thank you for them, and we'll get this up on the wall somewhere here within the office. And I had to clear some space. Julie and Trent were just in, and my candy jar was empty, and Julie gave me the business.
It should be replenished.
What the heck are you doing? So I just ran to the dollar store and got some. What do we got? Butterfingers. We're not going to do a top 5.
No.
Butterfingers, $100,000 bar, Crunch, Tootsie Rolls, some Dots, some Baby Ruths I see in there.
Three Musketeer in there.
Three Musketeer? No, that's a Baby Ruth.
The little square one. Okay.
Yep, that's the color of the Baby Ruth.
Okay.
So there you go, Julie, if you're watching. Filled it up. And yeah, we're thanking everybody. Thanks, Brett and Bucci, for the lemonade brisk. So yeah. Whew. Yeah, Tell us about your drive here. What happened? It took you a minute to get here.
It did take me a minute. Rose down the one lane, construction. That's no shocker to anybody that lives out here. But yeah, man, today it took from drive time to house to pick up a little bit of the food for later that I picked up.
Yep.
To here took over an hour.
Yeah. It's crazy you say that if you live here, you know, and you were just saying that on one part of that drive finally cleared up.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah.
But now you got this part of the drive that all of a sudden now is all
down,
is bonkers. Yeah. I've been saying it. I think we talked about it on a couple shows. I'm so lucky from my I get right on the highway. It's still, for as many years as I've been coming here, I've probably hit real traffic on the way here twice in all these years. It's just a straight shot, 75 miles an hour, boop, and I'm here.
Yeah.
Usually in about 20 minutes.
Keep leaving at the same time. A little different.
Depends on what time I get out of here. Sure. But still, it's unless there's an accident or cop or something, it at least moves, stay about 35, 40 on the highway. Yeah. Takes me probably 25 to 30 minutes to get home, but usually about 20 minutes to get here.
Yeah.
But yeah, Vegas traffic is undefeated. It wins every time.
It does. It beats you. No
doubt about it. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I got a limited script today. We're gonna make the most of it. I got a couple blind rankings. I got a couple questions. I got a top 9. I got to get. We'll get to all those in due time. And look at this, you guys. I have the John Wooden Pyramid of Success Leadership. Right.
It's awesome. Yeah.
And the reason I have that here is so Mikey can't see the answers.
No.
No. Where's your bib?
The bib is at the house right now.
Hanging up.
Thinking about maybe bringing it here and hanging it up. I don't know. I don't want to get it dirty.
Yep. Yeah. No, that was good. That was a classic. Got a lot of good comments on that.
Yeah.
Our buddy Eric Weitz called, texted after the show. I mean, geez, those are a lot of years, man. A lot of years between the three of us, really. All different forms and fashions of friendship. It's pretty cool that somebody like Eric is checking us out on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's nuts, man. I love it. Very cool. Who you got, Mike Tyson or Jake Paul?
Mike Tyson.
Really? Honestly? Oh, I think Tyson's going to get hurt.
He could, but he still packs a punch, man.
He does. Listen. All right. I got to be real tricky with this one, right?
Yeah.
Yvonne Wade and Coach Larry Wade, I got to be real tricky with how I word this. I don't love this fight. I think Mike Tyson's going to get hurt.
Okay.
He's 60.
Yep.
I don't care if he can pack a punch or not. He's going to be gassed after 2 minutes.
If he doesn't get to him quick enough, right, he's got to be able to take a punch himself at this age. But
Jake Paul, listen, say what you want. Jake Paul, right, he hasn't taken a punch from Tyson. It's also a 60-year-old Tyson. He's not going to fade in the first 3 or 4 rounds. But Tyson is dramatically. I'm nervous, man. I don't love this fight. I like nothing about it.
Mm.
I don't fear death for this, but man, he's older, man. I don't want to see a Dooku Kim. I don't know if you remember that fight. I don't want to see somebody get hurt or worse in the ring, and I worry about Mike Tyson. I get it. I understand the whole, I understand the whole scheme with Jake Paul. He wants to get relevant. He wants to make money. He does all the right things. And I know he wants to. And I'd love to see him start to fight better fighters and better fighters and better fighters, like legit.
Yeah.
You know, I know we say that, and there's always a knock on who he fights. I don't know. Just the Mike Tyson thing, I think, is cool. Probably $1 gazillion if this fight happens. But I want to see him take a bigger step forward in professional boxing, not Mike Tyson. I'm worried about Mike, man. I'm worried about him.
Are they wearing headgear?
I don't think so.
Are the gloves bigger?
This one's sanctioned. This is a sanctioned fight.
Gloves probably aren't
It
bigger
originally was going to be an exhibition. Now, the only thing, from what I understand, I think there's ounces in the gloves or something like that. Geez, I wish we had Larry Wade. Maybe I'll have him call in next week. He would be able to give us some insight on it. But the biggest difference is 2-minute rounds. That's the biggest difference.
Yeah, of course, sure.
But I believe, from what I've seen, it has become now a sanctioned fight. I don't know, man. I don't have a good feeling. And Mike Tyson is one of Julie's probably favorite 3 people in the world.
Okay.
In the world.
All right.
Outside of family and friends.
Sure.
But I'm saying people she doesn't know is Mike Tyson for Julie. A new addition just recently, and she is head over heels addicted to this person, Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we watched a movie just recently, Walk the Line, I think it's called.
Yeah, good movie.
She's read a couple books of his, thick, big autobiographies, and she'll tell me at the end of the day, you know, we sit and talk about our day, talk about our work, and then we get into other stuff, and she'll sit here and tell me stuff about Johnny Cash, and I'm like, holy smokes. Just watched a documentary. Like, she is addicted to learning more about Johnny Cash. Shirts, the whole 9.
Right.
Isn't that funny how that just happens?
Yeah, that happens.
Something catches your attention, and we listen to a lot of Johnny Cash at home.
Okay.
Hey, Alexa, play some Johnny Cash. But yeah, Mike Tyson's one of her all-time faves, so I'm nervous for her if things don't go well too. But I'll still be shocked if this fight happens, to be honest with you.
Okay. Yeah. If it doesn't happen right, I would not be shocked if it does not happen right. I know what you're saying, yeah.
And it's tough because, you got fighters like Canelo. There's some fighters out there, but boxing is in such a fog right now. There's no real, there's no guys that you really want to see that super bout.
Yeah, boxing's not what it was either. I don't know who these headliners are anymore, or the go-to boxer, so to speak, is. Yeah. But boxing's totally different now, no doubt.
Show me some Vinny Pazienza.
Yeah, go
show
way
me
back.
Some Zab Judah.
Marvin Hagler.
Show me some Marvin Hagler, Hearns.
Yeah, Hearns. Roberto Duran.
And I know we're kind of dating ourselves, but I even love the competitive Floyd stuff and the Manny.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tune in for Evander. And I can't name more than 4 or 5 boxers right now. And maybe... I don't even know who I'd like to see. I don't have a name right now that I'd like to go like Riddick Bowe or even the Klitschko brothers. I mean, not bad to watch, but right now I can't even tell you who I want to see boxing. I mean, Jake Paul Tyson is it.
It's it. One of the kids, I forget the class and his name though. He's a belt holder and the champion. I forget what weight class. He's actually from Omaha.
Is that right?
Kid. Yeah, I'll have the name next week. I forget the kid's name. It's escaping me right now.
Yeah, but one of the major belts.
Yeah, and I forget what weight class, but he's from Omaha.
Yeah. Now boxing, how much do you think the emergence of UFC has kind of hurt boxing? Do you think there's any, some really big names that went UFC that if it wasn't around, maybe...
I don't know. People that follow boxing, if they still follow, because we have boxing matches sometimes at our place. We've had the ESPN, top rank ESPN at our place, and still people that are into boxing, they come to see the boxing.
Yeah.
I don't know if UFC took away from the boxing fan.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden,
I don't mean take away from the fans. I'm saying, are there any UFC fighters that if UFC didn't exist,
that would be boxing
like
right now.
Conor McGregor, or
there could be a couple. In might general, be, I'm sure. Yeah,
John Jones, some of those tough dudes. Are those the names and the personalities and the faces that boxing's missing because UFC has snatched them up? Because I'd much rather watch UFC right now than boxing because I don't know boxers.
Yeah,
Canelo, I mean,
I couldn't. Yeah, I'm not.
Right?
I'm not too much
Crazy.
into the boxing as I once was. I'll be honest with you, Dan. I really never got into the UFC.
Okay.
Know a little bit about it.
Yeah.
Know some of the names. Chuck Liddell always used to come in. Ortiz used to
yeah.
always come into our place.
Forrest,
Guys like
Forrest
that.
Griffin lives here in Vegas too.
Forrest Griffin. Muir went to Bonanza.
Frank Mir.
Frank Mir. He went to Bonanza, but. I couldn't tell you who holds what belt in what weight class.
So Julie and I, this is how long we've been together. We watched UFC 1.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember, but back in the day, the first, 6, 7, 8, 10 UFCs where there's no weight classes.
Okay.
There's no rules, like very few rules, like groin and eye gouges were out. Everything else was all good. And with no weight classes, it was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Hoist Gracie, Tank Abbott, some of those original OG dudes. I actually have, I believe, UFC 1 or 2. I have it on VHS. Like we recorded it.
Yeah.
So I've kind of dabbled in following UFC, but it's not, it's not one of my. I'll tune in if it's a name. I guess that's my point with this whole conversation is boxing doesn't have a name that makes me want to tune in right now.
No, I hear you.
And at least UFC, there's some guys like Conor McGregor came out. I'd watch him just because I love the show.
It's going to be a show.
On, the way he talks. Man, when him and Floyd, the pre-production shows they put on, like little mini concerts where they talk about each other.
Yeah.
Listen, you go to YouTube and you pull it up. I could watch those all day.
Yeah.
He calls him a little schoolboy. You little schoolboy with your backpack. Look at you with your little peanut head. And,
he's funny. Yeah.
Hilarious.
It's a show, no doubt.
It's a show. Yeah.
He's marketed himself good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has. But we'll see as we get a little closer to Tyson Jake Paul. I had the opportunity this past weekend to go down to Arizona. Julie and I went down for it was called a Hidden Gem showcase for high school kids from a lot of different states, California, Arizona, Nevada. There's quite a few Las Vegas kids down there. My buddy Lou Roberts, who runs Big City Sports, former homicide detective here in Las Vegas.
Man,
He's
Lou,
an assistant with the Bishop Gorman girls who just won the state championship this past year. Him and an old friend of mine, Chad Groth, who was the director of player personnel and development and recruiting, or whatever his title was, with the Globetrotters for many, 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 many years. So they're doing events. They do a lot of guys events and boys events, and they did a phenomenal job down there. It was 96 girls.
Wow.
Sandra Day O'Connor High School, beautiful high school. I got the opportunity to speak to all the girls, and you know what my message was?
What's that?
Take a guess. Take one guess. Let's put you on the spot. What was my message to 96 potential coyotes?
I know you're big on. I know you're big on academics.
Yeah.
And big on having fun, but
It was my coach's corner from last week.
Yeah, there you go.
Exact word for word.
Yeah.
I said, raise your hand. Who can shoot?
Yeah.
Who can rebound? Who can defend? Put your hands down. None of it matters.
Yeah.
It's not what you're capable of. It's what you're willing to do.
That is a good one, man.
Yeah,
for sure.
And parents all heard it. It was a gym full of people, and kind of talked to them about all that stuff. And it's it helps that you can do those things, but if you're not willing to do it, what does it matter?
Right.
So that whole thing, it was a really phenomenal event, well put together. I hope they can get one cooking here in Vegas at some point. It's a little tricky in Vegas. Number one, because boy, they had to have had maybe 20 college coaches there, which is great for the young athletes. And the reason is because so many coaches are right in that Phoenix area. Not a terrible drive, even a couple hours, right? Coach Marcy from Salt Lake flew in.
Oh, wow.
So Salt Lake Community College was represented. Yeah, it was,
it
was
very
some 4-year schools. It was really good for me to network with the coaches that I'm getting ready to compete against.
Yeah, sure.
I met, I think, almost all but one or two the coaches in my new division. I'm the only male coach. All female coaches in the ACCAC Division I, yeah.
Was Bree's coach there?
Bree's coach was one that wasn't.
The one that wasn't, okay.
And she wasn't there. So it was great. It was I got an opportunity to talk to 2 or 3 kids. Met one player's parents.
Nice.
Talked to a girl yesterday. Her name is America. And I offered her yesterday. She's a junior this year. Has already scored 1,400 points in high school. She's a junior.
Wow.
Going into her junior year. 1,200, maybe it was 1,200.
Wow.
Hit 1,000 points as a sophomore.
Yeah, good for her.
She's all right. She might be all right.
You think she can play then?
If America's watching. No, we offered her a spot, and I told her it's the long haul. I like to get to, especially kids with her talent level, is get to know them early, build that relationship with her family. When we come down and play, invite her to games to see us play, Phoenix teams. Yeah. And she was very excited. I'm going to shoot her a message actually after this and say, hey, how did it feel? Because she reposted on social media and it kind of caught fire. And, CSN offers America. And really, really cool story. And then a couple other kids I'm talking to, seniors, which would be here next year. And it's fun for me because this year I get to get some recruit some out-of-state kids.
Sure.
So
great
event, a lot of fun. We got to hang out with the Tates. We hung out with
sweet.
Hung out with Dewan and Rashida.
Very good. That's
Went
awesome.
to Top Golf down there, and he said to say hi because
of course. Tell him I said hi.
He's still watching the.
I'll see if he's watching. Dewan.
Yeah, man. Dewan's doing well. So those events are very helpful. And I don't know if have you seen much about the potential or the possibility, or maybe it's already happening, of the NIL money creeping into high school. Have you seen that?
No, I didn't. No, come on now.
Yeah?
I didn't see that. Wow.
What does that do to sports? What's the future of college sports in your opinion right now, the way it's going? How fast NIL has changed everything?
It could keep kids there a little bit longer, I guess. I didn't like the idea when I first heard about it. I thought it would change college sports, and it has already.
Yeah.
Even this transfer portal and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the NIL, I don't know. I get it because if the pitcher's on a game, right, the first question is how come I don't get kickback from that?
Yep.
I get that.
Yeah.
But then again, college is amateur sports, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. Who was it? It was either Pitino or Saban. I forget which one it was. They said, at what point...
Pitino.
Was it Pitino said they're going to want $2 million a year?
Yep.
And one of them said, or somebody said, at what point is a kid going to want to transfer halfway through the season to another school?
Yeah.
Where does it end? How do you stop?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And if the NCAA stops it,
control
they'll
it?
get sued. And it's a lot. I don't know. I think there's some pros and cons to the NIL stuff.
Yeah.
I think when I worked at the Monte Carlo running the pool, the cocktail servers, and I think probably the same at a lot of casinos. I know the Red Rock is the same. Probably most casinos, major casinos, when they hire cocktail servers at the pool, they create a position called cocktail server / model.
Yeah.
Same type of thing is they're going to use you on the marketing.
Yeah.
So you need to get paid as that position. So there's some similarities to that where, like you said, if you're getting used to promote the team in the school that's making millions and millions of dollars, you should have your cut. Or as Ed O'Bannon and Charles O'Bannon, I think it was Ed O'Bannon, you're using my likeness on a video game,
right? Yeah, there you go.
Millions of dollars, and how am I not getting
right
compensated for that? So I think there's some benefit. I think this is going to rapidly change. I think eventually, I'm hoping I'm still coaching at this point, that college sports will just straight up be a business. It's a business. And those with the best business models will have the best teams. Right.
And if you're going to pay these kids like pros, at what point do you make the rules like pros in basketball? You got the 4 quarters, 12-minute 4 quarters, right? 6 fouls and you're out.
Yeah.
Or even
similar shot clock.
Similar shot clock. Even in college football, 2 feet and you're inbound. You got to have 2 feet to be inbounds now.
You want to make it as similar as possible, which I think they kind of should anyways, for the most part. Yeah, shot clock actually, little subject twist is Nevada is getting the shot clocks. So they're starting to install them now in high schools.
Okay, good.
So I had we have a little just a light malfunction here in our gym, and I had the Dattronics rep come, who's the company.
Yeah.
And I said, it's a slow time of year. He goes, slow time of year. We're putting shot clocks in almost every Clark County school district gym, and I think it's a 2-year rollout, but the money's been approved, and this is what I understand. I don't know this to be fact, but if he said it, his company's the one putting them in the gyms.
Sure. Yeah,
it's legit. We finally, because I'll never forget, I may have told the story before, I don't think on this show, The first high school game I went to out here was at Faith Lutheran. And Faith Lutheran was fairly new. This is a long time ago. Faith Lutheran was a fairly new school itself. Nice gym. I didn't know anybody. I mean, this was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I go check a girls' game. So it's right down the street from my house. I get in, I go over. I went by myself, sit up in the middle of the stands. Not a lot of people there watching the game. And I'm going, heck is the shot clock? Where do they put the shot clock? Like, where is it? I'm sitting here. I'm telling you, half the game I'm going. But they weren't, you wouldn't even know because they were getting up shots. It wouldn't even have been violations. They were just playing basketball. They weren't stalling, none of that stuff. And so these people in front of me were super nice. And I think it was during a timeout or something. I'm like, excuse me, where's the shot clocks? And they were like, no shot clocks here in this state. And I was like, what? Blew my mind. And of course, I got to coach 8 years with no shot clock.
Right.
And, so I'm glad that they're putting it in, I guess. I don't know. What do you think? High school, should they have shot clock or matter, not matter?
Yeah, no. I like the shot clock. Now, do you make the shot clock longer than you do for college? That's the other thing. Did he any word on how long the shot clock's going to be in high school?
I don't know, but I can tell you that Massachusetts, for the girls' side, it was a 35-second shot
35,
clock.
yeah, okay, I'm all
with
right.
No 10-second back court violation.
Court violation. Oh, yeah, right, that's the other thing, right.
That may have changed because that was
right.
many moons ago. So it's funny. This actually just happened on Sunday at the score training that I do over at the West Charleston. Is the gentleman who's in charge of scores and timers. Every time he sees me, he's an older, elderly man, but he's sharp. Every single time he sees me, he goes, "Coach, man, one of my favorite memories of my entire career is you at Cimarron." And what he was referring to is we had played Cimarron at our place and beat them, right? Girls basketball.
Yep.
Now we're going to their place, and their coach, I'm going to leave his name out of this show, but
I hear you.
Didn't rub me the right way. Just an odd duck.
Like me with James Harden. But
like
go ahead.
You and James Harden.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he's coming up here in a little bit. Don't look. So whatever. We get to this game matters, like go to playoffs type thing, and we get out, and it's about 4 minutes left in the first half.
Okay.
They have a 4-point lead. We're just playing basketball.
Okay.
There's no stalling, nothing. All of a sudden, he says, half court, pick up the ball. I think we were in a little zone. So my girls are looking at me, and I'm looking around. The crowd's going. I'm like, we're good. Just stay in your zone. The girl just stands there. Minute goes by.
No 5 seconds
Nothing.
calling.
Minute and a half goes by. We're looking at the coach. He's like, it's 4 minutes in the first half. Like you're up 4. We're having a good game. Maybe he just wanted to have the lead at half. Whatever he wanted to do. Whatever. So this is the part that the gentleman that I see says it was his favorite moment of all time of his. So you know me, I whistle. When I want to get my players' attention, I whistle. My kids know that whistle from anywhere. So I think Brooklyn was playing. Sit down.
Why did I know you were going to say that? Sit down.
Sit down. My girls went. 4 of my girls sat down immediately. Crisscross applesauce.
Yep.
Sitting Indian style.
Yep.
Whatever.
Yep.
Just sat down. And my one girl, Stephanie, who's really Stephanie Kamaralinga, super smart kid. She kind of looked at me and went, why? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Trust me. Sit down.
Yeah.
So instead of taking, not the integrity of the game or whatever, but I'm like, this guy's going to do this? What are we going to do? Stand there for 4 minutes? Have a seat. So we sat down. This guy said, that was the funniest moment I've ever seen. So what does the guy do? All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Because now he's being made like a fool of. Like, what are we doing? We're here to play basketball. You're not going to play. We're going to sit down. And I think that's got to be on film somewhere. I got to find that.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. That's classic, Dan. And
yeah.
Was he hoping you would foul him, or was he going to take it to the end, or what was his plan on that?
It was first half.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I would, what happened? If I didn't say sit down, we would have just stood there for 4 minutes.
For 4 minutes.
And let him take the last shot of the game. Well, he's going to be up 6 or 7, or we're not going to get there's a whole nother half to play. It's not like it was the end of the game and we were down 4. I wasn't panicked. It's a 2-possession game. Right. Like, no big deal. So when we sat down, he kind of felt the heat and said, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
So my girls stood up. And actually, the funny thing is that possession, he scored.
He scored anyway, yeah.
He scored anyways. And then, then we played for like another minute and a half. And he didn't do it again the rest of the game. But so that's I probably have a couple other shot clock stories, but that's the one. And every Sunday that I see this guy, he reminds me, oh, there you are, coach. Never forget. And he tells me like I forgot. You were sitting on the sideline. I was at the table. Man, I was like, this coach, all right. Let's go. And I'm like, every time I see him, he tells me the story.
Well, that's why they come up with the shot clock,
Yeah.
To get the game moving.
Yeah, so now we got the shot clock.
Well, a funny tidbit about the shot clock.
Let's hear it.
Originated in Syracuse. Some guy in Syracuse came up with the shot clock, 24-second shot clock.
Now, I've heard, and of course I was a member and an owner in the ABA, of the new ABA. I heard the ABA was the first to introduce the shot clock.
It may have, yeah. But he came up with the 24-second shot clock.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Got it. The actual the
24.
timing.
He divided something about possessions per game by how long it took to shoot the ball, something like that. You can look that up, but it has something to do with possessions per game.
Okay.
And the time in the minutes in the game and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, and I reference the ABA because we played in it. I coached in it, owned a team.
Yeah.
They were the introducers of the 3-point line.
Yep.
Which of course now is a thing. And I just saw, I believe, I don't remember if it's the G League or the ABA already has half court is 4 points.
Yeah.
It's been like that for many, many, many moons. And there's a story there that one of our guys from UConn, Scott Hazelton, played at UConn. I had actually sold the team, so it was like one of the first games after I had sold it. And Scott Hazelton, the Boston Frenzy, were down. I think we were called the Cape Cod Frenzy at that time. We're down 4 points and playing in Maryland versus the Nighthawks. Scott Hazelton hits a 4-point shot to tie the game with like 6 seconds left. Maryland inbounds the ball and hits a 4-point shot to win it. It's on YouTube. That game's on YouTube.
That's awesome, yeah.
Yeah, hit a 4 to tie it, and then they hit a 4 to win by 4.
Wow.
In a matter of 8 seconds.
That's awesome, yeah.
Yeah, it was the Guinness Book of World Record for the tallest starting lineup, 2 teams combined.
Wow.
They had Sun Ming Ming, who was 7'8". They had George Murasan, who was 7'7". We had all of our big dudes, and that was something else. Well, now I'll tell you, I got a transition here.
Yeah.
You brought up Syracuse, so we're going Syracuse. Easy one for you. Easy. There's undeniably,
okay,
it's a fact that you're going to get all 10 of these.
Good.
Top 10.
I might have a brain freeze here.
All-time leading scorers for men's Syracuse basketball. Any order.
Oh, wow. Well, I might not get all 10.
You're going to get all 10. You might need a hint with 1 or 2, but you're going to get all 10.
Lawrence Moten.
Lawrence Moten. What number do you think he is?
Oh, he's number 1.
Oh, he's number 1. 2,334 points.
Yeah, he's number 1.
Poetry and Moten.
Yep. Derek Coleman.
Derek Coleman is number...
Derek Coleman, I think, is 2.
Is 2?
Yeah.
Look at him. 2,143.
Yeah.
How about that?
Sherman Douglas.
Sherman Douglas is number 6.
6, yeah.
2,060. You're cooking with gas, buddy. Keep him going.
I don't know if he's in the top 10, but I'm going to go Brandon Trish.
No.
Oh, yeah, because he started from game 1 from his freshman year.
Yeah.
So I gave that one a shot. Jerry McNamara's got to be
Jerry McNamara's number 4.
Yeah, Jerry Mac's got to be on
2,099.
Well, all the 3-pointers that he
true.
That he shot.
Mac is
that he made.
That's crazy, though. Jerry McNamara. Syracuse history. 4th all-time scorer.
Man,
big time.
3-point shot.
Yep.
Man, I got to think of all these players.
Oh, you're missing some big dogs.
Did Hakeem Warwick get his name in there?
Hakeem Warwick did. He's number 5.
He did get in there, yeah.
Yep, 2,073.
Yep.
He's number 5.
See, a lot of this has to do with the 3-point shot.
Not these guys.
No? Oh, the rest of them, you're not known for the 3-point shot, the rest of these guys.
I mean, there's 1 or 2 that could shoot it, but not at the Jerry McNamara level. No way.
Okay.
No. And I'll tell you a little bit, couple, our era type guys.
Now, there are a couple before that era?
As 1 before that era. 1 before us, but a big name.
Before. Like before the 80s.
Yeah.
Okay. How about?
That's all right. Plenty of time.
No, I would say.
See, there's 20 minutes.
Yeah, I know. There's so many names going through the head, like a Raphael Addison, or Jim Lee, which goes way back.
That's a little bit too obscure.
Okay, that's going too far back.
These are bigger names.
Okay, Ronnie Cycli.
Nope.
No, he's not on there.
I like that guess though.
Well, he didn't play much as a freshman.
A teammate of his though
was that whole team there, the '86. Yeah. Not Billy Owens,
yeah,
right?
Billy Owens is on
10. Even though he played 3 years.
He's number 10. That's what makes it so impressive.
Yeah, Billy Owens.
He played a 4th year.
And he wasn't, right, he wasn't, like he says, a big 3-point shooter.
He wasn't a big 3-point shooter. And look at the team he played with. He was playing with Sherm Douglas and Ronnie Cycli and Coleman. I mean,
Coleman,
look at the numbers he put up playing with them.
How about Stevie Thompson?
Yes.
He is in there. See, he wasn't a 3-point shooter either.
This guy. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at his names going,
Stevie's can score, though, man.
Almost 2000, 1956.
Yeah,
no, he could go, man. Stevie Thompson was one of my favorite. He reminds me of like a Joe Dumars type of player. Yeah. It's like not super flashy, but man, how do you guard him?
Yeah, he can get up. Couldn't shoot the free throw too well, but...
Yeah. Oh, is that right?
Yeah, no, he struggled to. He had a hitch in his... He was a lefty. He had a hitch in his free throw.
Yeah.
And it showed.
All right, so you got 3 to go. You got number 3.
Oh, I got number 3 yet. Okay.
You got 8 and 9, and I would say 9 is a guy a little before our time.
Okay.
Number 3 is right around our time, maybe a little bit younger than our time.
Dad's screaming them out right now at me. Your dad, right? He's yelling them out.
Listen.
So before that time, how about? Obviously I was going to go way back
and see this one. There's
Louis Orr's not on there.
Louis Orr, no. I wish I had printed out more to tell you where those people land. Like the Cycli, is he 11? Like I only did the top 10, but
top 10. Okay.
And as you're thinking, let me tell you.
Yep.
Let me tell you a little trick about how I came up with this today.
Yep.
I used AI. It took 1 second.
Really?
I typed in, create a list of the top 10 scores, men's basketball scores of all time Syracuse, and went bloop.
Wow. Holy smoke. Okay. Man, I just had a name too, and it escaped me there. But Pearl's not on there, is he? No. Yeah, because he only played 3 years too.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a good guess. There's so many names that are running through my head, man.
All 3 are. Let's say I'll say number 9. Number 3 was an okay NBA player, serviceable.
Serviceable.
Number 9 was a pretty big NBA name.
Danny Shays ain't on there, is he?
Nope.
Yeah, see, that's going back too far. See that whole 80s team there?
I thought for sure you'd get 2 of these 3.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you number 8.
Well, see, a lot of these guys lately have left early, man.
Because I know who he is. I remember his game. I just don't remember who he played with. And he's Preston Shumpert.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Shump. He could hit the 3.
Okay.
He shot some 3s, I think. Yeah.
Shumpert. But like what era was that? Who did he play with?
I don't think that team was good back then.
Yeah, he was it, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's why I was trying to figure out who he played with, and I just couldn't put my finger on it.
Shump was Shump. He was in the 90s.
90s, okay.
Shump was 90s, yeah.
So this guy at number 3 is around that same kind of similar time frame.
So he's right around there.
It's a lottery pick.
There's so many names. Oh, he was a lottery
Power
pick.
Forward.
He was a lottery pick.
Rebounding machine, scoring machine. Clearly, I mean, he's number 3 on the list.
Yeah, wow. Played 4 years? You're not sure?
I believe so.
Sure.
I am not. Listen, I'm not a cuse. I'm trying my best. I'm learning.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, you're good. So, but he was a lottery pick.
I'm pretty sure he was a senior. Yeah.
Okay.
Had a very good NCAA career. A decent, okay NBA career. And then the older dude is.
Obviously, I'm forgetting about somebody, but is Dave Bing on
there?
There
it is.
Dave
Boom.
Bing, yeah.
Pow. Number 9, Dave Bing.
Yep. That's probably who my dad was screaming. Dave Bing, Michael Dave Bing.
1,883 points, Dave Bing. And, it's a pretty good NBA name.
Oh, yeah. Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer. Yeah. So, and this guy at the number 3 spot is definitely not a Hall of Famer.
Well, could I be forgetting number 3 on this list?
Oh, boy. You're not allowed to go home tonight.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to rack my head,
sleep out in your cot so you get it right, buddy.
So we get right down the list there. Everybody goes Moten, Coleman.
This person, McNamara, Warwick, Sherm Douglas, Stevie Thompson, Shumpert, Bing, Owens. Power forward, good size, block some shots, rebound the ball, double guy.
Yeah, see, I'm drawing a blank on my own guys here.
You ready? Tell me when.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
John Wallace.
Oh, J-Dub, yeah. John Wallace from Rochester. Yeah.
2,100.
Yeah, he was solid. Well, he was right. He was with McNamara, but he was the guy that could score on that team. Yeah, right.
Block shots, rebound. He did a little bit of everything. Didn't have a great NBA career.
No.
I mean, was he drafted by?
He was drafted by the Knicks first round. No. I was in. Kelly and I were in Cape Cod when we were doing the draft. At your house, and remember I said, J-Dub to the Knicks, stealing a draft. I said, I couldn't believe the Knicks got him. But you know what? He didn't last because he didn't play defense.
He didn't play defense. Or either didn't or couldn't. I mean,
it's a different didn't game. Want to, right.
It's a different game.
Different game, right.
Yeah, so how about that?
Yeah.
It's a good list.
J-Dub, yeah.
So you really got 8 out of the 10.
Yeah.
I had to give you Shump
maybe
and
7.
J-Dub.
Maybe 7 I got. Maybe, I don't know. But,
no, I only gave you
8 out of 10, yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah. Yep.
Who wins in their prime, one-on-one? Ready?
Yep.
Jason Kidd, Steve Nash.
Steve Nash.
One-on-one. Steve Nash.
Yep.
I like that. Ray Allen, Klay Thompson.
Ray Allen, Klay Thompson. Ray Allen.
I like that one, too. Scottie Pippen.
Yep.
Kawhi Leonard at their prime.
Scottie Pippen. And honestly, I wasn't big on Pippen, if you can believe that. But
is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Both, elite defenders.
And yeah.
Both can kind of score. I think Kawhi, in my opinion, has a little bit more range. Pip wasn't like a deep threat.
No.
And Kawhi could shoot the 3. Okay, well enough.
I like Pippen's length. You know how I like length on defense.
Yeah, no. Hey, listen, I'm trying to build a team just for you this year. Right? Kyrie Irving, ready? Now, one-on-one in their prime. Kyrie Irving or Steph Curry?
Ooh, man. You know what? I'm going to go Kyrie Irving.
Ooh. You know who I'm going to go? Whoever gets the ball first.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I don't know. That's a toss-up, man.
I like Kyrie's quickness, ball handling.
You ever see the video of him begging Kobe to play him one-on-one?
No.
When Kyrie was maybe a second-year player in the NBA, and they're in the gym. I'm going to shoot this to you after.
Okay.
And Kobe's like, bro, I'm not playing you. And Kyrie's like, I'm not a bum. I'm in the NBA. And Kobe's like, man, I'm not playing you, man. You're not on my level.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. And it's so funny that Kyrie's probably one of the, if you had to list the best one-on-one players in the world, Kyrie's got to be up there.
Yeah.
And
Uncle
Kobe
Drew
was like, nope, not happening.
Remember the movie Uncle Drew?
Of course. I already know the answer to this one, but I'm going to say it anyways. Dwayne Wade.
Yep.
Versus James Harden.
Well, see, now one-on-one, bro. Now
one-on-one.
I might change my thinking about James Harden when it comes to this.
Now, listen, if you go James Harden on this, it's going to show our all-time audience that although you feel a certain way, you still are going to give an unbiased opinion on the Doo-Doo and Foo show.
Tell it's already kind of unbiased because you know what I like about it.
Really think about these two's game. Again, the peak, the pinnacle of where they were, Dwayne Wade and James Harden.
You know what I like is I like Harden step back, of course, right?
Yeah, it's unguardable.
Holy smoke. I almost want to say Harden, but I'm going to say Wade.
Okay.
And it's not biased towards Harden.
Okay.
It's quicker to get around him. He can still hit the outside shot, right? Yeah. You know what I mean? Harden does have that step back, but I don't know if he can get around. To me, I don't know if he can get around Wade.
Yeah.
As much as Wade can get around Harden and go to the cup. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
That's
I don't know that Harden's a great defender. So
right, but that step back is good with Harden.
Oh man, that four-step back.
Yeah,
unguardable.
The non-travel call step back. Yeah,
unguardable. All right, LeBron James, Michael Jordan. Not even a hesitation.
Jordan.
LeBron gets the ball first. Still Jordan.
Jordan.
I love it. How about Kevin Durant and Larry Bird?
Oh man, that's a tough one.
It's a doozy.
Ball first, Larry Bird.
Yeah,
Larry Bird's not missing. He's not giving up the rock.
But Durant's not giving him. He's 7 foot with a 7'6"
and he knows Larry
wingspan.
can shoot, right? So he's going to be on him, right? But that's a good one, man. That's a good one. Ooh, trying not to be biased and going Bird, but see, I just think Bird has been lately has been so underrated lately.
No, I agree. But
man, that's a good one.
Listen,
Dan.
I'm telling you right now, I love Larry Bird. Look at my hips.
Yeah,
Gonna jump out of my skin. I don't think it's close. I think Durant's crushes him.
And I get it, but I think Bird's first step was deceptive. You know what I mean?
For sure, but the length of Durant to recover, and you think about it,
obviously longer than Bird. Yes.
So you think about the size of the guys that Larry Bird, and again, it's whatever. The Durant's a 7-footer.
Yeah.
Is the 7-footers that Bird was playing against back then? Again, it's not plumbers and electricians. That's not the argument I'm making.
Yeah.
The argument I'm making is it was Chuck Nevitt, and you know what I mean. It was like Rick Smits. Like, those were the big 7-footers. Durant is special.
And you know what?
I don't know, man. Durant is special.
And you know what?
I don't know, man. Love Larry.
I can go Durant too. You know why? Because obviously he's quicker than Larry.
No, you can stay with Larry. This is your list.
And
man.
he can shoot the outside shot too for a big guy, as we know, of course, right? But I can go Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant. Okay. So you went.
Whoever gets the ball. You talk about whoever gets the ball first.
That's how I feel about Steph and Kyrie.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. How about Kobe versus T-Mac?
Kobe.
Yeah, it's an easy one.
Yeah.
How about AI versus Stevie Francis?
Ooh, AI, man. AI. Allen Iverson.
How about Shaq versus Kareem? Think about it. In their prime.
I'm thinking, I'm going Jabbar. The hook shot was unstoppable. Unguardable with the hook shot.
I think it goes right back to who gets the ball first. Shaq gets the ball. I don't know. Jabbar can stop him.
Can he keep him out of the paint? But Jabbar can play D, man. He can block his shot. Shaq,
how about this one? Lamar Jackson. Patrick Mahomes.
Shoot. Let's go 2. I don't know if you're going to throw an old school guy in there that's a Hall of Famer.
These are all current players.
Yeah, keep him at 2. Someone else.
Daniel Jones.
No, jeez, that I ain't known. I'm a giant, and I'm a giant guy. Had I known, I'd have put him right on the bottom.
That's the whole blind
What's left over
6. 6 is your D.
Throw him at 6.
So you got Daniel Jones ahead of Murray, Goff, Herbert, and Carr. And I know you don't know. It's the whole fun of the blind rack.
That's awesome.
So here's what you got left: 1, 3, and 4.
Okay.
Okay. Why am I missing? Oh, okay. That's a tricky one. I know you're going to put him at 4. This is Drake May.
Yeah, we'll put him at 4.
Because
right.
he hasn't.
We don't know about him.
He hasn't played it down yet.
Right. We don't know about him. Supposed to be the real
scary.
deal. Yeah.
So you got 2 left. You got number 1 and number 3.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Is that right?
Wait a minute. I'm forgetting somebody.
Yeah. 2 spots.
I screwed something up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is live action mistake TV.
Oh, buddy, I've made plenty of mistakes on there.
No, you're good. Did I have Herbert in there twice? Who do I have? Derek Carr, Kyler Murray, Herbert. Yeah.
You got 11 on there?
Holmes. No. Jones, May, Goff, Jackson. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, okay. I see.
Okay.
No, what am I doing? Anyway,
Yep.
Joe Burrow.
Yikes. Yeah, throw him at 1 only because I already said Mahomes 2. So I'm going to guess
He's going to have a big year.
Burrow, healthy.
He's going to have a big year.
So I'm going to guess I wouldn't have put this guy above Mahomes either.
What am I doing here? I got Burrow, Carr.
I love it.
Kyler Murray.
Yeah. 3.
Herbert.
4.
Patty Mahomes.
5.
Oh, I have Herbert twice.
Herbert twice.
Well, there it is. All right, so you get to move one guy up to number 3. Here's who you can pick. Goff, Murray, Herbert,
Yeah.
Carr, Jones, Jackson, May.
Yeah, it's Jackson.
Jackson, yeah. That's good. That's a good. Now think about that. We're gonna skip 5. I don't know why.
So you only got 9 guys on there?
Yeah.
Hey, let's throw Aaron Rodgers right at 5.
Hey,
How about
Aaron Rodgers
that?
at 5.
Right off the top of the head. There we go.
See, they're sitting him.
Yeah. Well, they had a little verbal confrontation last year against the Giants, which was great. But,
so they're gonna err on the side of caution with him.
Yeah, they'll still sit him. And
I mean, what are they going to do that the whole time he's there? I just don't. He's got to play. I'm not saying
I get it.
Should play or not play.
I think all these guys should play preseason.
But what are you gonna? You can't protect him in game 1, 2, 3. And I know that's what they're trying to do is get to the playoffs and let him loose.
Yeah.
But man, I don't know. I think his days are done.
Yeah.
We'll get on that next week. We're gonna start going a little bit heavier on football. A little bit more information. Maybe do some more blind ranking with football. Yeah. I still got this one list I have not got to in 2 weeks. I'm going to make sure I get to it next week.
We'll get to it.
So what are we at? Look at that, 55 minutes. Boom. We keep getting longer and longer.
It flows. It goes by.
It goes. Well, another good show. Today was, by the way, August 22nd. And so we got show number 23. I think we know a couple people wearing number 23 next week.
We mentioned a couple of them today. And
that might be, we mentioned quite a few of them today.
Saturday's the 24th. You know what Saturday the 24th is? Dad's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Got to say happy birthday to Dad. Love you, Dad.
Yeah.
Saturday. Yep.
That's Saturday. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, it's going to be a busy week. Happy birthday.
Yep.
And we'll do this again in about 7 days.
7 days. We'll break bread Sunday and
we're going to BJ's restaurant.
We'll go from there. Yeah.
The steak salad there. Oh, so good. Can't wait.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
We will see you next time.
Thank you.
See you.